The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult contents, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live, here we go with the Barbershop with your hosts, Misha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live.
Oh boy, man.
I just like hearing it more than once. What up?
That was Mr. T, man. That was Mr.
What's
T.
good? Oh,
well, you got multitask, you know.
it's all love. Oh, welcome back. Live at the Barbershop. It's good to be back. Back in the building, fresh out of St. Louis. It's good to be back.
What's up, St. Louis?
There's a lot of things going on. Tonight's a very interesting situation, and I will not take this lightly as far as holding people accountable. We talk about it all the time on this show about holding people accountable for their acts. And I think this is definitely one of those times. And people holding people accountable at a younger age sometimes will eliminate things like this happening once they get older.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. My name is John. I'm the host for the night. Sitting next to me is my man Q. What it do?
What's up, man?
Sitting next to you is who?
It's madness. Back in the building, baby. What's good, man?
How you do?
All is well.
What up?
Mr. Fly.
Hey, man, I try.
And on the other side of the screen, you know how it be. It's my man Gil. Gil is in the building. What up?
Hey, what up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Yo.
What's good?
What's up with you, man?
Oh, another day.
Man.
In life.
All right. So I'm pretty sure if you're not underneath the rock, you've heard of the situation going on in the NBA. Kevin Porter Jr. Another one.
Yeah.
As Khaled would say.
Oh man.
Another one.
Nothing new to the sports industry.
Tonight we'll jump into what is the cause of all these pro athletes and the domestic situation that's going on. And is it you remember a couple years ago they had something stating that a lot of the head injuries for NFL players were causing certain different things.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering now if some of this is part of it. Is it part of it where because of the newfound fame they feel like they're untouchable? Was this a thing from their past that now is still being, the demons are still in the closets and now it's coming out even more? And now with all the cameras and stuff, we're seeing it this time. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to touch on a couple of different things. I want to get everybody's viewpoints and then try and see if we can figure out, is there a solution to this, or is this just going to be an ongoing thing where every single day we wake up and we're hearing about it? And then I have some interesting tidbits as we go on. So, Manus, I know you got some things you wanted to touch on.
Man, I got a whole spreadsheet. We probably need to go around the room.
Yeah.
We need to go around the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said because you said directly what I'm thinking is this is something in their past, but the celebrity status just shows it up now.
Could be.
Yeah, I think it's the status shows it up now.
Right.
This is who from before the fame, and this is who I am still at the moment.
Right.
And it just comes out. Yeah.
Gil, you got any thoughts on that?
No, I just again to piggyback off what you said, I honestly feel like it's a whole him not having a mentor, him not having guidance, him not being able to grow up. Like what's his name? Lil Bow Wow tweeted earlier this week. I don't know if y'all could see me.
Yeah, you lagging a little bit, but you good.
Yeah, good.
Lil Bow Wow tweeted this week.
Like, what in the world? Don't disregard that. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about that one.
I think it's
Don't
Black
know.
trying to.
I think his thing. All right.
Who was that? Black's at the door.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do this, right? Gil is lagging a little bit. We're gonna bring in one more host. We do apologize to the audience.
Right.
And we have Black Republican.
Yo, what up?
Why am I?
What's good, family?
All
right.
We got Black Republican.
We're waiting on Gil, see what's going on with him.
LM,
But
what up, LM? Yeah.
all right, that's Leandro. What's up, y'all? What's up?
All right, Leandro.
Good to see you. All right.
Everybody look like
Melanated council.
All right,
right there,
so
man.
Blacks, I don't know how much you caught before you came in, but Kevin Porter Jr., NBA player,
young man,
domestic situation with his girlfriend.
Nah.
Former.
We're gonna dive into it now. We'll see. Gil will pop back in a second.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so this is trending heavy right now. Okay, Kevin Porter Jr., Houston Rockets. He's a guard. Okay, allegedly, I'm gonna run that word a million times tonight. Allegedly. Okay.
What up?
I don't know.
Allegedly, he has been charged with assaulting his girlfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And the details get pretty graphic. We'll dive into that in a moment. All right. But I wanted to bring up some of the early versions of Kevin just to kind of bring everybody up to speed on who it is that we're going to be discussing tonight. All right. So, all right. The Rockets, that's the team he's currently playing for. They do have their hands tied with him. Okay.
AP, what up?
Because of back.
Yeah, well, the history, like I said, his laundry list is long. Okay, the dirty laundry is pretty long.
Yeah.
In 2019, all right, he was suspended by USC for personal conduct. Okay, they don't really give a full breakdown on what all happened. They just label it as personal conduct. As 19. In 2020, he was accused of laying hands on a woman. No charges were pressed, but this was the issue. Okay. Later in 2020, he was caught driving without a license. Okay, he had the devil's lettuce with him and a firearm. All right.
Wow.
2021, he had a verbal altercation with the Cavs general manager about moving his locker because two other teammates had been traded. Okay. It got to a point for the Cavs where they decided to just cut their losses and move on. There's note of him having, I guess, lacerations on his hand because of an altercation he had in a Miami nightclub. Okay, he got into a dispute with John Lucas, one of the coaches for the Rockets, and left the game at halftime. How you walk off from a game that you in, player?
Wow.
All right, and now we get up to where we are today, where they were in a hotel. the way the allegation is, or the story that was presented, is he returned to the hotel where his girlfriend was at. She was asleep. The way the story sounds is she was asleep, and he decided to give her the good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then some. They went back and forth. It led to strangulation, where he ended up fracturing a vertebrae.
Allegedly.
No. I mean,
No.
That definitely happened. Okay.
That's on it.
You know, and it would end in her running into the hallway, yelling and screaming for help, covered in blood. Okay, so this is where we are right now. Any thoughts? It's a handful. It's a handful.
Again, but this has been a long, ongoing thing, and not holding somebody accountable. All the family members, the friends, colleagues, and all these people around him that seen this behavior. Actually, it seemed like it stemmed from way back from high school.
That's college. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, I don't know if anyone, you know, from high school days to college days, you know, you always had those ball players that didn't have to go to class, or, you know, someone did certain things. The coach made them get by, you know, not holding them accountable. It's not the first time. It definitely won't be the last.
Yeah.
It definitely won't be the last.
See, I don't like to use, how do I say this? We have to hold ourselves accountable. This is a belief that I have. I can't hold John accountable for me and my crazy ways. I need to accept accountability in the sense of, like, I'm a known F up. Okay. I go through life messing things up.
Let me pause on that real quick. That's only if you yourself can identify with the fact that you have a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, if that person has a mental issue,
then he or she is not aware.
That person will never ever hold himself accountable. They'll blame somebody else all the time.
Okay. Then we get into the realm of holding one another accountable.
So
okay.
That's where the village comes in. That's where the village comes in now. Because once the village steps in and eradicates or put the pressure on that person that
to change,
it's either this or that. There's no in betweens. That person is going to have to abide by one or the other. You either in and change, or you're out and be gone. Take that on that side of town.
Because he's been doing so much rampage from that. He's just 23, and he has such a slate of rap sheet.
The more money and power that he gets, the worse he's gonna get.
And see, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. We all have that rap sheet. All of us, right? It could be minute, right?
Yeah.
Man, blacks came to work with attitude, or he huffed and puffed as he turned away. These are small details. These really minute, but it's a rap sheet. Somebody somewhere has this negative to say about you.
Yeah.
And at some point, hold on one second. What we got going on? At some point, it's like when you get money or fame or seniority or whatever the case may be, when you accumulate enough rep, people will attack you. Right now, we highlight all his negatives because they exist.
Yeah.
But did they exist in that relationship? Because the same way we go and we look him up now, why didn't she do her research? Not to take the victim out of being the victim. I'm gonna let her have that. Yeah. Nobody should go through what she went through or what is said that she went through.
Yeah.
But how did she get there?
But how many shorties chase the bad boy?
Yeah. They like the bad boys.
Yeah, that list.
The jocks,
man.
And the
jocks that the jocks that knock them down because they either they feel like they tough or whatever the case is. But homie got a high level of testosterone with a whole lot of female energy. You get what I'm saying?
And see that's the other part of it.
You could tell there wasn't a
man in his life.
A male leader in his life. You get what I'm saying?
There wasn't. That's what you said, Black?
Yeah.
No, so
Like
you
he
can
didn't have
tell.
a good male role model.
Yeah, and we lost Gil for a minute, but that's exactly what Gil was saying.
Yeah.
The mentor, he didn't have that.
A solid upbringing.
Yeah. Because if all this is happening from that tender age, he's just 23. And nobody put a stop to that.
Well, look at a lot of
what's happening.
You see a lot of these boys that are growing up now. You see them; they're extra emotional, super
because of
emotional.
who's raising them, though. They're growing up at home with mom, or grandmom, or auntie, or whoever it is. 99% of the time, it's not a man at home, a real man, somebody that's getting up and taking charge.
Yeah,
you start carrying the weight. The emotional weight of the woman that you're surrounded by.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you. But this is what this is how they moving it. You know what I'm saying? They want dudes to, tap into their feminine ways and all this extra stuff. It's impossible for a man to tap into his feminine ways. And that made no sense. It could be an understanding or whatever the case is, but for all of that, you know what I'm saying? You could tell he don't have no kind of respect for what he's doing, for his own lifestyle, his own career, any of that. You get what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, once he loses all of that, he's gonna be the first one bitching and complaining. You know what I mean? That they were after me because I'm black, or they were coming after me because of this. You know what I mean? It's like, homie, you have an opportunity that a lot of people wish they had. You get what I'm saying? What did they say? $68 million his contract?
80
million.
80 million.
Oh, yeah.
At that age.
Man.
80 million.
Come on,
at the age of 20.
Like,
come on, man.
You know,
they just gonna fuel him. They're gonna fuel his behavior because here's the thing, he's gonna cancel that on himself. You feel me? And they don't gotta pay that out. You know what I mean? They don't gotta take care of anything because it ain't like how baseball is. Baseball, you guaranteed in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's 26. Just a few years older, but
I want to do something real quick. John, I know you had the numbers, man. What is, and I'm hoping YouTube don't hit us with this word, but I'm gonna use it. What is the number on domestic violence when it comes to the sports anyway?
Sports in the
it's through the roof, bro.
That's the thing that's so
like the percentage. I know because we spoke about this once.
The interesting thing about this whole thing, where I myself was startled about finding out these stats. So NHL.
Okay. Hockey. Yeah.
Wild guess. Would you think that the numbers would be high?
Of course. It's an aggressive sport. You see these guys tearing into one another.
But it's the other.
Nah, I don't think so.
Remember, now hockey, they used to knock each other's teeth out.
Yeah,
it's violent.
They're known for having teeth missing.
Yeah, but the hockey players have less domestic violence, though.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say.
That's where they're gonna put it at.
It's crazy.
That's crazy,
they got
right?
They got it on the ice, though.
You can honestly say that hockey's more physically aggressive than football.
Right.
But you know that, right? I mean,
right.
It's right there with
fighting is part of the sport. Can we agree to that? So,
yes.
Of course.
Yes.
So basically, what are you saying about basketball and football?
It's fine.
The physical element in hockey is right there with UFC. Right there with UFC.
But then you can see that clearly it's quite literally zero domestic assault or history or nothing reported. Like, what's the I mean, I don't want to, what's the difference?
Who play hockey?
I mean, I didn't want to say it. You said it.
Hey, remember we had Jamaica won the what was it? The World League. What was it? They won the hockey cup.
Yeah, how much percent of us?
What do you mean? It was a whole Jamaican. It was a whole Jamaican team.
So we're
one against Canada.
We're pointing to a different direction.
This happened like a few years ago. But what I'm saying is, you're saying about
I mean,
who play hockey, and I'm just saying, it's a Jamaican team that won.
that's there. And
right. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't up.
They're on the grass or ice.
Hold on a minute. Go ahead, Gil. Finish up what you said.
Before the internet had cut off, what I was trying to say, and I think you guys elaborated on, is there was no mentorship, there was no guidance, and it's basically a child getting hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars right away, and nobody could tell him what to do. Little Bow Wow tweeted out a couple of weeks ago how people are envious of his childhood. He was on TV, he was on movies, he got to tour the world, but he didn't go to prom. You know, he didn't experience like, you know, the mundanity of life that we have as like, man, high school prom, junior year. He didn't have all that. And he got to be successful, you know, but he missed out on a large portion of his life. And maybe he's wilding out. You know, Lil Bow has been wilding out lately, you know, with the fake airports and all this other weirdness. And, you know, Kevin Porter. No, but I'm saying, like, if he had a mentor or if he had a group of friends, like a group of guys and gals that, you know, yo, that's whack. Yo, bro, that's lame. Like, you still doing that? That's weird. You know, but he doesn't. Who's going to check the boss? You know, not saying that he's a boss, but you understand what I'm saying? As far as the people around him, he's putting money in their pocket. And who's going to tell Kevin what to do when he's getting paid all these hundreds of millions of dollars? Like, nobody's going to tell him what to do.
But see, that go back to what I was saying earlier, that the problem with it, a lot of them seen the problem from way in the past.
Yeah.
A lot of them know that he has an issue, but like you said, the money. You know, because of it, you got a lot of yes men around you.
Yeah.
When you have the yes man society, no one is going to go against the grain because they don't want to be the first one to get eliminated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they know you got a problem. They'll sit there and they speak amongst themselves, but they're not going to go check them and say, listen, that you did last night, it's not tolerated.
Because you're out.
Because tomorrow you might not be on that flight with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're back home doing your regular smuggler. But at the end of the day, the stats, check the stats real quick. So for NFL players, all right, before I say it, because we were debating the whole thing.
Yeah.
The algorithm. What's the correct term for the YouTube situation with this? Is it domestic violence? Is it abuse?
I was trying to look it up real quick. I don't know. But we're going to use domestic violence, man. If they flag us,
you can say domestic violence. That's an actual, you know, regulated term for it. So
when I see on there, Elle had asked 26. I believe she's 26. She asked about the girlfriend.
Yeah, she's 26. Yes.
So for the NFL player, the domestic violence rate is 55.4, higher than the national average. Okay. 55. NBA 38.2. Okay. NHL 0.1.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Okay. Tennis -2.
You know, the thing is that it's like it's laughable. Life is freaking funny, yo, and it's like it's crazy that it's literally zero. I mean, you could just say that it's zero domestic dispute, you know, on the ice. But it's like we laughing, but then it's like, man, how many football players, how many basketball players are abusing their wives, their children? How many wrestlers that literally committed suicide and slaughtered their whole families? You know, it's rampant in the sport community, but we don't really talk about it. And then it's like when it doesn't happen, you know, we laugh, not because it's like funny, but because it's like, what else can we do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is they get roped up into the entertainment of the whole, you know, streams. And there's a lot of people where they came out and they said how, you know, once you reach a certain route, is like the handlers that's passing your check or whatever the case is, or that's grooming you to the lifestyle. They start telling you who you can't have, who you can't hang around with, who's in your circle, from who's this to who's that.
I just learned
and a lot of them. I just learned
about the handler thing. That's a job. That's a job. Yeah. It's a career. It's crazy.
And the issue with it too is that depending on who is guiding that person or who the handler is, they can steer that individual into some crazy ways. Next thing you know, they on drugs. You know, they spending their money like crazy. They doing all sorts of stuff. Cause they say, hey man, you know, you in this kind of club now. You know, you got to look the part. Oh, you need this kind of car. You need this kind of that. And if an individual don't have a strong foundation already, they get rolled into that and it's gone. Yeah. Everything's gone. And remember, in that circle, these these like sport team owners, these managers and all of that, they're invested in the automotive like the car dealerships. They're invested into the real estate companies. They're invested in all of these things that they're pointing these individuals, their employees, towards, and they're telling them, like, yeah, get that, get this, get that. But that money's just going right back into their account.
Yeah,
like
the handlers, they're pretty much like affiliates. They're like an affiliate link. Yo, a Black Republican, let's say he's a Jamaican podcaster athlete. When he comes to Miami, I'm gonna go bring him all to the spots. I'm gonna bring him to the barbershop. I'm gonna bring him to these little restaurants, and he's gonna flex. And when he goes to these restaurants, I get a kickback. When he's driving these cars, or I got a guy who owns a luxury hotel. He stays in the top penthouse room. I say, hey, make sure you post 5 reels in here. And it's like, Black's like, okay, but then those 5 reels are $1,000 a piece, for me. But he'll never see that. And that's what a handler does. And a handler will make sure, like Black said, you go to the club and you're consuming drugs or alcohol, you're with these type of girls. No, we can't take pictures with these type of girls. We got to take pictures with these type of girls. And the athlete doesn't control their
those
night.
Girls.
Yeah,
some of the times they hire those girls. Escorts playing a different person.
It's a scary game, and a lot of people feel like, man, these athletes are always around these girls. It's not them; it's the handler. The handler creates their whole day. Their whole day.
I've always heard that, like for the NBA, the NFL, those guys, whenever the contract is signed, your partying is a different setting.
That's
why they end up with what Dr. Omar Carr, it's snow bunnies. That's why it's
snow
bunnies. That's why most of these athletes end up with, because they pull them away from that native and say, this is the party crew now. This is the party.
So all right. So
bring it back
the snow bunny situation, or whether you have the ebony situation, at the end of the day, it's a money situation.
The money.
At the end of the day, keep it in 1,000 with you.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter. The black card is the ultimate say all. The titaniums and everything that you can think of. The thing with a lot of these things, the handlers, like you explained.
Yeah.
The problem with it is that they lose focus from having those people that were with them from day one, the ones that would keep them in check and the ones that would keep them grounded. They try as hard as they can to separate them from those people.
Yeah.
Those people that will check them and say, yo, what you doing right now? You don't need another car. You don't need another chain. You don't need another whatever it is, right? You the party pooper right now, because the handler's whispering in this ear, you're whispering in that ear, and it's like the devil and the angel situation on the person's shoulders. The problem with that, again, is that individual that is in that newfound form of wealth needs to figure out what team he's really playing for. Because if you do your history, you'll know where it's going to end if you don't have the right people that have been in your back from day one. Or it will end up like where a lot of them are going right now. Banned from teams, all sorts of stuff. They lost their money. I mean, we can go on for days and days on that. But again, you got to ask yourself the question also, because of course, definitely it is a form of mental health that has to be pushed to the forefront. And then you have to ask your question now with all these steroids and different things that a lot of these athletes are using. And when they get injured and all these different things that they're feeding them and putting in their system, is this causing the aggression? Because I can't fathom in my head going out to a party, coming in and getting that mad. Alcohol, but a lot of us, listen, a lot of people get drunk to the point where you don't even know what house you're at. But to take an aggression out on somebody that hard, that's sleeping, it's not even if a person, if she was arguing and physical with him, I'm not excusing it, but you can kind of say something. But when a person is sleeping and you go deep like that, something's going on.
But the person coming, what's she saying?
Breon, what up? What up?
Yeah.
Let me hear what you got to say.
I see she's going in a, oh, is it
Mitchell? Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody bring up the fact that KBJ girlfriend lawyer said he never spoke to the police and said the neck was broke. Associated Press put the lies out. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's why.
Alleged.
Listen, it's alleged because that's what I said. The district attorney of New York said some stuff that they had to pull back on. Yeah, about the same.
Yeah, it's all still allegations.
That's why it's alleged at this point still.
Because I mean,
even the girlfriend herself said she wasn't repeatedly punched because he's a big guy.
Well, not really.
He
Somebody
could
said
never.
she said, yeah. Like this,
So
you don't hear from her at all.
Yeah.
And that could be her helpers, her handlers. That could be her background people that's like, hey, you need to stay quiet on this. We'll see how this thing plays out.
Yeah,
but
we're gonna twist it.
Well, hold up.
What?
But the sister,
Yeah, we're gonna twist it.
But the sister now.
Yeah,
so that's what I was about to get into. See,
now,
for it to be nothing, right? Or just an allegation, why would the sister go as hard as she did?
Yeah.
The sister went.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sister went on a tyrant, and again, it is still alleged because until it all comes out in court and everything, until a person's convicted, they still are innocent until proven guilty. So at the end of the day, we still have a lot more information that we need to hear and gather and things like that. But just on the cusp of things, it sounds bad.
It's not right.
And it's not right.
Yeah, it's not right.
So Breon, if you got any more information, we'd love to hear from you on that. But yeah, we're waiting to hear everything.
I agree with that right there, though.
Come on, man.
No, I do agree with that to a certain extent.
Bro. Yo, that's crazy. God. Nigga didn't say hello. Nigga didn't say what's up. Nigga just landed a bomb.
A bullshit.
So
yeah.
Tough talk. So
well, all right, hold on.
That's what
to T's defense. To T's defense, I will say this, and we did say mentorship in the beginning. So to T's defense, he does have some sort of.
That's what I said. I agree. I agree to a certain extent.
Without the father,
man.
he wouldn't really need to go look for the mentor. The father would be that guidance plan. You know what I mean? So in some sense, he is right. The sad part about it again is that there's so many people wishing that they can be in these people's seat. And it's the catch-22 like you spoke about with Bow Wow. Someone that went to prom just the other day in May is probably like, the hell that bullshit? Give me what Bow Wow got. You know what I'm saying? Because my prom was whack. But at the same time, Bow Wow's sitting here like, hey, I'll trade you because I never went to mine. It's like,
well, I mean, if
wants
you
to be in the next person's shoes.
Well, if you look at Bow Wow's growth, Bow Wow never had the I got this energy. He was always being guided by someone. He was always under someone. You know what I mean?
Jackson. JD.
Yeah. So now, if you look, there's no one guiding him anymore in his career. He's doing his thing. So he's making all sorts of mistakes. But because he don't know when you make the mistake, you just get up, try it again till you don't.
Yeah,
now is when he does fall, it's like, oh man, this. Now he's looking at his past because they say when you can't fix right now and you can't figure your future, you're gonna blame your past for where you're at right now.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? But he has all the capital to do all of that. You get what I'm saying? But there's nobody steering him, guiding him. Instead of him learning how do I deal with my stuff and how do I, build my foundation. Let me go take some classes. Let me go to therapy. Let me go do this and doing that because you have the capital to do so now. You can't now complain that you missed out on all of this because this is where you wanted to be. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
This is your future. This is your existence that you wanted. So now it's here. What you complaining about the rest of it for?
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
Tapping back into the relationship part of it. There's a few elements that we leave out. Yeah, we focus. You get a couple dollars, so you don't know how to act, right? You get a couple dollars, so the people around you increase. We'll say it that way. You get a couple dollars, so the level of drug that you experiment with has now increased. You get a couple dollars, and you start losing it with the alcohol. Okay, the power trip is ridiculous when you get a couple dollars for some people, the ones that don't have the mental restraint that they should. But when you break it all back down and you start tapping into the level of relationship, you still got crazy signing on to crazy. Right. We can go in right now and look up this rap sheet, this long, dirty laundry list of all these different things that this dude has done, but this woman still signed on to him?
Because he's promising, the promising dude from school, so they see what the outcome can be with this dude, so they keep wiping the slate.
Bro, that's like the same. That's like the same dudes. It's like the same dudes that are laying up with Brittany Renner.
She's 26.
You didn't know.
She's young.
You didn't know who Brittany Renner was, and then they complain that she's out there trying to take their money.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
Well, wait, nobody's complaining about Brittany Renner.
No. But what I'm saying, I'm making a reference. No, they because here's the thing. She has a long track record.
Nobody cares about her mileage. Nobody's taking Brittany Renner serious. That one young dude.
All the individuals, all the individuals she done burned and got at and all of that. Brittany what I'm
Renner
saying is, if you're saying as far as somebody looking into somebody's track record, you get what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Yeah. If you got a history of something and someone jump in on it, don't do the research of the person's history, or they do know it and then they complain, "Oh man, how did I end up here?" It's the same situation.
Want to know she got up.
But hold up. But going into that situation and not trying to divert from what we're keeping on topic here, but even with a Brittany Renner situation, the problem with it is that, again, we speak about these things all the time. Yeah. The main problem is everyone is programmed. Programmed. You understand? Brittany Renner, they know she has issue. So we can even talk about what's the other chick name? Erica Mena.
Okay.
Right?
That's crazy. Certified crazy.
Okay. These guys will always be a next dude in line.
For sure.
Just for the mere fact of the cosmetic surgeries, the shows, the this, the
status
that.
Quo. Yeah.
You can be in that in crowd. Today you was a nobody. Tomorrow you're somebody if you're sitting next to her.
It's terrible.
You understand what I'm saying? And possibly you can be on the next Love and Hip Hop or something as a boyfriend or a next up to bat. Whatever the case is, we're programmed into these things. The problem, again, like the Stockholm Syndrome situation, a lot of people know that their spouse, the boyfriend, the guy that's up for the next it factor has an issue, but they bypass it. Because again, a person to drop a brand new car off, a person to drop some purse or certain things, people are putting their livelihood and their health and mental state up for grabs, basically. It's like, yes, I know you damaged me yesterday, but if you give me a Birkin bag today, it's like, what was the guy named Wimpy with Popeye or whatever? Yeah.
I pay you.
You know what I'm saying?
Tuesday. I pay you on Tuesday.
It's come to that right now because everyone now is so deep into the material items that it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. A female, a male, anything. It doesn't matter. Everything has a price on it now.
Hold on. You know we had to call for backup now, right? So we got a call on the line.
Caller, what up?
Hello.
What's good?
What's up, fellas?
You sound like you eat something. What's the deal?
Yo,
who got on the line, man? Who is this?
Yeah, y'all know this, T.
Oh, what's up, T?
What up?
The people know.
You leave out the crazy T.
Big Shug, what up?
What's good?
All right, man. We a while back, you and I had a conversation about something similar to this, man. It was it was worse than this, 1,000 times worse. It was to the extreme that Shorty had to put cameras all through her crib. I know it's got to be ringing a bell. Mr. Stacy, you remember something like that? Zach Stacy?
Yeah, I remember that.
No,
hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to get T on the line. T.
Damn.
Yo.
Hold on, I'm trying to. I don't know what's going on.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, because I can't hear.
Oh,
you can't hear us?
It's cutting up.
I can hear you now.
Oh man, I'm trying to ride this thing.
You good.
Trying to stay home, man. All right. A while back, you and I had a conversation, man, about a similar situation where Shorty had to put cameras in her crib so that she could highlight. We lost them.
We lost him.
All right. Well, where I was going with this is I was trying to double back onto the Zach Stacy issue from 2021.
Right.
He just had court recently.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess you would say this is a comparison, even though his thing was a million years. Yeah.
Crazy.
Way worse than this. It was on every news channel. We all saw it.
Because it wasn't no allegation.
I mean, even if it was allegedly, right? Even if there were allegations, we all saw it clear as day.
Yeah.
You hear us?
Hold on one second.
T's back. T.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back on the air.
Okay.
All right, you missed 90% of that whole thing, but I was bringing up the Zach Stacy issue from 2021. You remember that? Shorty put the cameras in the crib, trying to bring you up. Yo.
Yeah.
Got a good point there.
All right. He had court recently. Zach Stacy had court recently. Now, we all witnessed this epic beatdown that he put this woman through. They gave this man 6 months inside and a year probation. You know what she had to say about it? He deserves a second chance. You know, and it's like,
yeah.
She said he
no.
deserves
You know what?
a second chance.
See, that's the problem with
that's what I'm saying. She said he didn't.
See, this is the problem with domestic violence. I feel bad for the girl.
I think your phone messed
there?
up, man. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to do a part 2.
So my whole thing with the domestic
and still defend the guy that beat on it. You understand what I'm saying? You see what he just said about her. She still said he deserved a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Them type of guys need to rot in hell, dude. They need to rot in that jail cell. Like Kevin Porter. Kevin Porter, he has a history of. Okay, and when I made that comment in there, you know what I'm saying, and you know I can see y'all guys laughing, but this shit is the truth. Fatherless homes is it's a problem in society right now. Okay, fatherless homes is a problem, and it's a real problem in the Black community. That's the real problem. Okay, now I'm pretty. I don't know whoever got kids or whatever. Y'all know if you got your kids playing football, basketball, which is most likely Black. The coaches and the environment around is aggressive.
Yeah,
it's aggressive. Okay, when you teaching kids from 5 years old to high school that aggressiveness, guess what happens?
They take it home.
They come second nature.
They take it home. They take it in society.
Mm-hmm.
They aggressive toward their women, especially growing up in a single mother household. Because worse.
The aggression is rewarded. Like the more aggressive they are, the better people respect them. So why not carry that on?
Yeah. So and Kevin Porter, I was talking about this the other day to somebody. And Kevin Porter, his father got shot in a bar fight or whatever. One of them. Now it's a good job. I'm not saying all of them, but the stats show some other households, your being undisciplined man and getting.
Now your connection's still messing up.
But I wanna place a question to what T said. But
all right,
he said those type of dudes should be put away to rot. But what if it's a mental situation? When situation goes down on the other side, they run themselves into mental institute.
Other side, you mean as far as the woman?
You can say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah.
Not
all right.
women.
What?
You can
All
say
right.
it. It's not a bad word.
I'm saying, when things go down on that side, there are people who guide them, whatever, they put them into institute at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Not all of them.
So
most of them,
right.
when things goes down, they straight to the rehab, and it dies out there. They're in rehab. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's the guidance. He said put these guys in. I don't think about it. Won't help putting somebody in jail to rot.
But now wait, why do you say that?
Help.
You feel like it wouldn't work? Why?
To put him in jail to rot.
Zach Stacy, okay, for lack of better words, beat the hell out of that woman.
Yeah, we see that for real. Oh, it's not a mental issue.
Okay, so we'll say wait. Let's do it. Let's say it's a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give his mental ass another opportunity to what? Kill this woman next time?
No, put him in jail with the mental issue to rot.
Oh, in jail it's the same concept, man.
No. But here's the thing: what he should have did was put him in an asylum or something, because he obviously got many screws loose.
So let me ask this
the
question.
Issue, one of the thing I wanted to add to that is that the thing I don't see a lot with these establishments, especially in the sports leagues and all of that, is they're not doing psych evals on these individuals. Because, say he's a good player, say he's a good running back, or, say he's a good kicker, or whatever the case is. They looking at him and they like, damn, man, man, we got 3 more games. Oh, we can't take him out. I know he got mad issues right now. And they'll bypass all of that. They'll look past it. They'll do this. They'll pay off the officials. They'll, let the individual keep going. They know he's taking drugs. They know other things are going on. But because they protecting their dollars, they look past everything.
He's an investment.
You get me what I'm saying? So what ends up happening now is this individual flies off the handle. They throw it all on top of that individual's head. You get what I'm saying? Knowing the lifestyle he's in, because they know what these individuals are doing outside of it. They have to. You're not giving an individual an $80 million contract, and you don't know what this person is about.
Investment.
Trust me, a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Hold on 1 minute. A lot of them don't.
Gail,
a lot of them don't care. What'd you say?
No, I don't want.
Yeah.
Gail
I was just about to say that. But Q, listen, Q. Listen, man, I respect you, man. But sometimes, man, that stuff you be saying, it don't make no sense. You telling me you gonna let a man, if it's facts there, you got evidence that this man beat on a woman.
Yeah.
And you telling me he shouldn't be locked up for life?
Yeah.
No, you said put him in jail to rot, but at the same time.
Yeah, that's what that means. That's what that means. You put him in the asylum, you put him in jail, he need to be for life, dude, because when you let him out, he's gonna do the same thing over again.
Do some mental evaluation first.
Ain't no mental evaluation. He's already mental.
We're past that.
He's already mental.
He already took his actions.
He already took his action. He beat on the woman in front of his child.
Yeah.
And then this one, he broke her vertebrae.
And keep in mind, this is not the first time. See, the thing is, those allegations early on put her in a position where she had to put cameras through the whole crib.
Yeah.
Because it's like, maybe I'm lying. Maybe the story isn't.
No, she had that fear. Yeah, that's why she had to do that. It's happening.
We passed medication.
I need you.
He needs to be out of that house. Yeah.
You telling if you had a daughter, you would.
And see, that's where I was gonna go with it next.
Gil, what were you gonna say now?
No, but I was gonna ask T was, does he believe?
Say it again, T.
Hold on, T.
No, I was saying Q. If you had a daughter, you wouldn't want this man who hit your daughter to rotten, even though it's evidence there.
That's automatically gonna say, yeah, let him rot.
You got to be able to apply that same narrative to any woman, your sister, your mother, your grandmother, your auntie, anybody. You don't want this person to get medicated and have a nice, happy life in jail. No, you put them under the jail.
That same mentality. That same mentality is why New York San Francisco and other areas are looking the way they're looking is because they're talking about, oh no, we got to work on their emotional state, their mental state. These cats are getting booked for pushing people on a railroad track. Dude pushed the old lady on a railroad track, laughed and recorded it, and he was out. He was out in 3 hours.
That's
Bruh,
ridiculous.
if somebody didn't jump down, help the lady up, she could have got ran over. He recorded it and laughed, ran off. That mentality right there, they're fueling it because what are they doing? They're only recording us. You see all these store raids and all of that stuff, they're recording us. Yeah. And then they're saying it because it's a big narrative they're spinning right now. You know what I'm saying? This is happening all across the board, but they're spinning a narrative to create a scenario. So the mental issue is already been gone. Everybody's mentally screwed these days, especially with social media and this corrupt media that we all watch. We're all mentally
I like
screwed.
to spin a narrative that there are no victims. It's only villains.
No, but the thing
whether
is,
you do it to yourself or you doing it to somebody else. Like a lot of this, like Shorty, and and this is back on the Porter situation. This is in regards to the Stacey situation. Like this thing happens over and over again. And it's like, if you signed on for the bag, the black card, and ultimately that got your ass beat, you signed on to the wrong shit. Again, forgive my language, but it's like you're doing this to yourself.
That is
and this is on both sides.
Well, I mean, that's a part of getting the bag too.
Me in that mental where I need to put my hands on her. I need to wrap my hands around her throat. This is a nasty negative, man.
For some shorties, that's another way of getting the bag.
So if I got money, why am I still dealing with these bottom of the barrel shorties or whatever that I got to get physical with? You got money, you should be buying better company.
Yeah, he's trying to get you some money. You don't know nothing about that.
That's I don't believe that, man. I highly doubt that.
No, but if he didn't have the leadership and he's 20-something years old with every money he could think of, more money he ever thought he would have had, 23. He ain't making no good choices.
And you know what, Black? I want to add on something. Yeah. I hate to say this, but listen, man. You remember the guy? He had a TV show. He used to beat on women. I forgot his goddamn name, man. He was a white guy. I know y'all podcast. Y'all talk about the black stuff, the black community stuff. But the media always make us look like the bad guy. But when the other races do it, they talk about it.
Under the rug.
So I wanted to talk about that too, about the Danny Masterson situation, that 70 show.
Yeah. He
the guy that just recently,
Look, Jill just wants to do it. Look what happened. You don't even hear about it no more. You hear about Kevin Porter all over the place now.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at right now.
That was high.
But okay, so the thing with it now, what solution is there in our community to either try and help this situation, or do we just keep complaining about it and saying these guys are monsters and stuff like that? Now, we spoke about those younger kids that's coming up behind them that are on the football field with those coaches. So how do we rectify that situation so that don't become a Kevin Porter situation in 10 years from now?
Ass has got to get hit, bro. Ass has got to get hit.
Nah, nobody got to get touched. Nah,
these
nobody
parents,
touched.
But it starts from their kids, man. Parents ain't. They wrapped up everything into thinking, oh, you're abusing your child. Punishment for bad behavior is not abuse. You get what I'm saying?
But you know what it is?
These kids are being rewarded to act right.
Hold on, Black. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hold on, John.
Yeah.
Society now, being how it is now, they make being a man, being aggressive. I ain't talking about hitting somebody. But if you try to say something to a child, the child will discipline him, says bad shit about you. The 80s and 70s,
toxic
masculinity. Being toxic masculinity was praised upon a man. He was a man. But now if you say something to a child, if you do something, you get demonized. But social media now is raising these kids. And social media is raising these kids to be soft. Boys are soft now. So when you try to make a boy a man now, guess what happens? You're getting criticized by somebody online. You're getting criticized by somebody in your peers. You're getting criticized by somebody in your family. So now, to try to make a boy a man now, is like, it's hard to do now. It's very hard to do. And you know what, too? Like you were saying, what makes it, how to make your community better. The way I see it is, look, my nieces, my nephews, what I do is I take them, when they come to my house, I talk to them because I know they don't have no father. I actually had one of my sister-in-laws, not my sister-in-law, but my nephew's mom talked to me because he don't his father thing. She talked to me and told me to talk to him about, because he's 15 now. Mm-hmm. So the type of stuff that I'm doing, we need more men like that.
A soft
now,
boy?
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them out there. Like y'all always say, build raise a village, right? You know, I think John said that. Yeah. We need more men like that.
But again, programming. You know what I'm saying? At the end, all of this comes right back to the same thing: the agenda, programming, all these different things. It's right now. It's a difficult situation to deal with on a whole, because again, like you said, you have one hand right now that you want to discipline your child, but then you have all these different things in place now. If you speak to your child a certain way, do a certain thing, you as the adult get reprimanded. You as an adult get broken down in different pieces and stuff like that. And then you speak about LM. She just spoke about
Ashton
soft
Kutcher?
boys.
Oh no, that was something.
All right, so going back to Ashton Kutcher's situation now. I know when this first happened, he and his wife stood up on behalf of this individual, you know, to say, you know, he's a good individual, you know, all these different things. Now, you know, again, you know, it's alleged until we hear everything come out. But
no,
again,
he actually said that. Like they wrote a good letter saying he's a good dude.
Right. You know, so now it's like, okay,
man got 30 years.
He got sentenced?
Yeah, 30
sentenced.
years. This case been going on for 12 years.
Okay. See, I just heard about it. See, and that's the thing what we was talking about, where I haven't heard this for the last 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
no, it's going on, but the problem is, remember the media cycle, they just jump on something for, you know, a week, and then they jump off. Once they get a certain amount where they get paid off of, that story is done for. It ain't serious no more. You know what I mean? Let's move on to something else. And then what they'll do is they'll spin a story. They cannot sit on a story for too long anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you notice, you have a serious story running for a while. Like the Maui situation, it's still serious as hell. Because now they're finding out that there's military chemicals that's mixed into the water source. You get what I'm saying? Crazy. So now they're asking, how did that even get in there? You know what I mean? So
the guy I came up with the name. Black. I'm sorry, but I came up with the name now. It's in my head. Charlie Sheen. You see all the stuff he did, and he's still free right now. He's still free. But you see what I'm talking about? When it's the other race, I hate to make it a race card. I don't like to make it like that. But the truth is the truth. When you put it in the other race, they get let out free. They're not in jail. But Kevin Porter, you know, he did what he did. He's probably gonna be locked up for a long time, maybe. I don't know. But you see the difference on what I'm talking about.
But that's what I'm trying to explain.
Blacks could do the same crime and get more time.
That's what
that type of shit ain't fair.
That's what I'm saying. They push the white race. They push them to the rehab real fast. It's happened to politicians beat up their wife. It happened to all different type movie stars, and they go to rehab real fast. The next day they're in rehab, and then you don't hear anything about it. That's what I'm saying.
See, Q, I don't think that it's a drug situation. I don't think it's more so they got medical treatment and the situation went away. It goes back to
the rehab is a cover-up.
Yeah, there you go. And then it's silence because they silence those people.
Yeah.
Whereas then with us, rehab, we run from that. Okay. But we're not talking about little kids anymore. You could rehab little kids and get them on the right path. We're talking about full-grown adults.
No, he's talking about full.
That's full-grown adults we're talking about.
Yeah, like the Charlie Sheen stuff.
From politicians,
Charlie Sheen.
If this had been your mother, would you want her? Would you want that guy to just go to rehab?
No, that's what I'm saying. if it was your brother, what would you say? You'd want him to run, or you want to say, man, you
listen.
messed up.
Oh, Q.
You
Q,
gonna
I'm gonna tell you right now.
If it's your brother,
Q,
you're gonna say you really messed up, bro. Huh?
No, Q. I'm gonna be real with you right now. If I had a family member, that's beating on a woman, he need to rock too.
He need to rock.
Some of us will say that. And some of us will see that.
I don't care if it was a brother.
Some of us will
I don't
see
care
that.
if it was an uncle.
Listen,
I don't care if it was a dad. He need to rock.
We say certain things at certain moment. But
no,
maybe you
I'm being real.
Maybe you
Q,
would,
you know me.
Yeah. But maybe T, you would have a conversation and said, bro.
No, I ain't having no conversation.
It's beyond the point of a conversation, Q.
Nobody's not having a conversation.
I ain't having no conversation.
Not to say you messed up, bro.
Watch this, right?
Not to say you messed up.
If a person could do it, right? Could just go out into the world beating on whoever they want. We're not even gonna just keep it as just women, just beating on whoever.
Yeah.
And the solution is gonna be medication and therapy. Why would the person stop?
And
why would they stop?
He would have an excuse.
But this is why I said
he has a rap sheet. I'm saying a person with a rap sheet.
You know, publicity is also an award because now his name is plastered everywhere. Now publicists like, ooh, what can we do to turn this around? Like, you know, there's so many different ways.
Watch this, and this is why I use that. This is why I use allegation. Okay, because it's happened too many times where this whole thing in a week they'll throw the whole thing out.
And we don't hear about those.
Whether it was true or false, they'll throw the whole thing out. No jail time, nothing.
We never hear these people going to jail.
Remember we just spoke about
yeah, you got 6 months.
You remember last week when we spoke about Rhoda Bash with the whole brick situation, how she spun that whole story. You had Shade Room and them, they only posted up just a little snippet, but then you find out, oh, there was a longer video. Oh, there was more information. Oh, there's other people involved. They didn't post none of it. They didn't post any follow-up. Their whole premise is to start a media chaos so people can click and view on their channels. They don't care. It's a race to see who can put it out first than to who's actually telling the truth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
they don't care how much
for the
issues
moment.
it costs. And unfortunately, we make the best news.
This issue.
Even if these are allegations.
This is where accountability comes in.
Even if
you see the adults.
Stay the hell away from crazy.
No, even if this is allegation and this situation, this right now, it's actually happening. Take it out of the media. It's happening out of the media, but because he's a celebrity, it's in the media. It's happening around us, next door, down the street, up the road. It's happening. It's not right.
Yeah.
But because of the celebrity, it comes forefront.
So in closing now, what is the solution?
I got one. Choose better people. Regardless of your money, regardless of your demographic, choose better people.
How do we
Period.
better people?
Do your research. The same way you apply for that job, the same way you go and get that car, the same way you decide on what house you want to own, do your research.
But
maybe you know who's doing the research? The females are doing the research, and the research stop at the bag.
Then that's bad research. Then,
because here's the thing I was about to say. The problem with actually, it's hard to do the research because once you're in that seat and they know what your value is and what you're worth, everyone's basically fake around you that you have not known prior to having that. So everyone that's around you is just like vultures waiting to get something, whatever they can get.
And that
comes down to everybody. If it wasn't somebody that was with you when you was broke, didn't have nothing, and even sometimes those people can become that beast because they know you have it. So it's hard for you to actually go out there and know who is genuine. You hear celebrities talk about it all the time. There's no one around me. I'm not happy. I don't trust anyone. Everyone wants something. It's always that way because
that's the reason why the handler gets rid of your grounded individuals. Because there's a lot of people that go in here and they have that real grounded friend that said, "Nah, bro, that ain't it, man. Nah, don't do that." Then what do? They spin a rumor and they say, "Oh man, yeah, this dude is. Oh, he's just trying to tell you what to do. Oh man, who's he? He's not the celebrity. He's not the one that's balling. He's not the one that's out here working. Why does he ever say in your life?" Next thing you know, you get with your homeboy that you've been rocking with for damn near since you were kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? And then they bring in all these other cats around you. They pose up as friends, and then that's how you end up in these situations. But this is what I say. See, we're trying to find solutions. We're trying to find solutions for adults. Adults are done for. We got to work on our youth. You know
Let me jump into something real quick, not to cut anybody off, but these two factors here are very important. T mentioned fathers. LM mentioned the fact, and then Gil mentioned also we do need mothers. We need both parents.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, that's the balance.
That's the nucleus.
You understand what I'm saying? The thing with it nowadays, they have us programmed where you're picking one or the other. This one, but father, and that goes for mothers and fathers. You can have someone that with the title of father, but never plays a role. You can have someone with the title of mother, but never played the nurturing role. So the titles don't matter. It's what these two individuals bring to the table and produce and put back into the world as good individuals. Individuals that can make changes and do things for the world and not just take. That's the thing about it. But we're not speaking more on family.
Look
family
at
itself.
Look at Gil, son.
look
at it. Where's the ladder with all this heat over there?
I tried. I tried.
No, but that's why.
T, you must agree. T, you must agree.
That's why I said we have to take it to the youth.
So
you know the issue with it, the youth aren't being punished for their actions. Back in the days, you even thought about doing something, you getting a death stare because you know what's gonna follow after the death stare. Yep. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You did something, your parents say, hey, don't touch that. And you did it, and they say, hey, yo, what did I say? Didn't I say don't touch it? You go to even reach your hand to it, you getting smacked. Now they're saying, please, baby, don't do that. Here's an iPad. Sit on here and do this. Here. Oh, all right. You want me to take you to Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, you want me to go buy? They're rewarding them for their behaviors. And then they wonder why when they grow up as adults, they're still waiting for somebody to reward them when they act out. You get what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. Teenagers, young men, young women, they're all acting out because they're waiting for somebody to reward them. And then you have social media coming in, playing the parent. What do? They give you all the views when you act out. They give you all the followers when you act out. They give you sponsorships when you act out. So it never changes. So we need to stop worrying about what these adults are doing because they're all lost. They've been sold their souls. You get what I'm saying? To whatever system is running their life. They've sold themselves. We got to focus on the youth that's coming up because the youth that's coming up are not being raised by our people. They're not being raised by their parents. They're not being raised by the school. They're not being guided at all. They're all lost.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to target our youth. We have to make sure there's a leadership, there's foundations, there's actual, when you don't have a father, you have a brotherhood. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You have a brotherhood that's coming in, helping those kids. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're missing. We're missing that heavily out of our generation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So on that note, find a solution at the end of the day. And I think, like you said, we got to start with the youth. Start to try and go back to what it used to be with the family.
I got a tip too. I work with a lot of young guys, and sometimes I end up snapping at them in my work environment. And I ask myself, man, I started working here when I was, 17, 18 years old. These kids around the same age, instead of me like being that older dude, the old head that used to, be aggressive, let me be different. Instead of me like saying, hey, don't park like that. You're blocking potential people coming in and leaving. Let me, hey man, you don't park this way, man, because you're going to be getting in the way. You might get a ticket from security guard. Just speaking with a little bit of empathy and understand, because I didn't want nobody to talk to me like that back in the day. So it's all about, we have to do the difference too, because we know what road they can lead down if they continue on this path, because this generation is very, very destructive. They hate authority. We didn't like authority either, but this generation, like, I've seen some things, and it's just like, whoa, you went from 0 to a billion in a second. So we got to do better too when it comes to, like, you know, corresponding with these young, especially these young men and young women.
Facts.
Well, that's that leadership. That's the difference between actually being there and being a leader.
That's what I meant.
You know,
no, L said in the comment, we start with ourselves. Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. Where it's like, I'm like, instead of me like lashing out at the kids, I'm like, let me just come out a little bit better and be more like level-headed, because I want them to be the future. These kids are gonna be like the future that we're gonna depend on. We're gonna be on Social Security. They're gonna be working for us, you know, at the end of the day. So I want good people around me. So I figured instead of me like having a commune or a zombie apocalypse field of enemies, you know, let me just, you know, get these young kids in line.
And it starts at home, man.
Yeah.
Facts. That's facts. I got So Chill and Big Shug on the last run before we close out. What you saying there? Okay. Yeah,
that's
facts.
true. Yeah.
When you don't know who you are, that's facts. We're still
the
waiting on
community
that.
as a whole.
We're still waiting to see how it's going to end.
It's not just the primary focus could be the kids, cool, but if it's an adult that has to bring this kid up, what condition is he or she in?
Facts.
Change starts with you. So
yeah.
Ends when you start.
Well, I mean, we always said it, man, about the accountability situation. Yeah, I mean, that's a problem too. You know, if people don't understand, if people look back at the older days, like the 60s and the disco era with the 70s, this already happened with our parents. You get what I'm saying? In the 60s and stuff, when you had the hippie movement and all that, they were wilding out. They were on drugs left to right. They weren't working. They were rebelling against the system. They were doing all of that. Right now, it's the black people's turn. We're the black hippies now. You get what I'm saying? The same drugged up LSD movement, not caring about the system, don't want to do this, it's the same thing. They just repeating the cycle. Yeah, I mean, we got to get our people out of it. The 90s and the late 80s came in and said, hey, y'all need to cut that out. Let's get back to the game. You get what I'm saying? And you saw it. We started reverting. That's what we got to do. We got to come together and say, hey, cut that out. Get your ass over here. This is what you need to start doing. You know what I mean? But it's entertaining in the end of the day. We repost it. We put an emoji under it. We laugh it off. You know what I'm saying? Those are lives going down the drain. That's our history. That's our future going down the drain. You know what I mean?
Facts on that. So I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Once again, you can find us on all the platforms. Please do subscribe, hit the notification bell. There's a few things we got on the calendar coming up, so please stay tuned. Every Friday night, 9 p.m. live at the barbershop, and we will be broadcasting from different spots here and there. So my apologies last week. I didn't even know it was dark, but I thought I could see it. So, I heard my man say something about the Eiffel Tower in the background and stuff like that. So we will be doing some.
I thought he flew overseas for a second. Hey, this don't forget this wonderful beat y'all hearing in the background is by these amazing producers. They go on as the name of The Collaborators. Check them out on IG for the music. If you need any beat, any production work, hit them up. Right, that's The Collaborator. All right.
We ain't tell you it was royalty free though.
Hey, we gotta plug the sponsors, all right? We gotta plug them.
All right, so I want to thank everyone for joining us, man. And as always, please go out in the world and be somebody, make changes in the world and your community. Thank you very much. And please respect the woman next to you. Thank you very much. Have a good night, y'all.
Get my
dick in the world and be somebody.